Wentz, put him in position to get home field, all those things. Carson Wentz, I thought, was going to win MVP. He's an amazing quarterback. And Nick Foles is a much more ordinary quarterback. But when they made things much simpler for Nick Foles, when it was just like make one read and then throw the ball, the real read option situation, he excelled. And because they had him, they won the Super Bowl. When you look at this team, guys, I'm not saying he's worth this to every team, but to the Eagles, they're young, they're under contract, they get along. They play like they're coming off the Super Bowl win. It's such a high leverage moment for them that the insurance policy for them is so valuable. They don't need to shop the guy. They can come and listen to offers. First rounder, nope. First and fourth, we want more, because they genuinely don't need to trade him right now.
And that's what they're doing.
Go ahead, D'Angelo. What if they don't trade him? What's the value? Besides just being, he's going to play because obviously Carson Wentz is hurt right now. He's probably going to come back, week 6 or 7? I'm trying to remember when he tore that ACL.
Right.
But it's going to take a little bit of time for him to come back.
In L.A.
They're saying he'll be back week 1, but we don't know. We saw the Teddy Bridgewater thing. Yeah.
But, I mean, to me, get rid of Foles. You don't need him. I mean, what is he there for? He's there to do what? He was a stopgap. Yes, he won the Super Bowl. Nobody thought he could do it. I don't think anybody outside of Philly thought he could do it. He did it. Congratulations. He played excellent football all throughout the playoffs. But if I'm Philly, I'm moving him so I can get value, because that value is going to disappear.
But if I may, Stephen A.,
right or wrong,
99 times out of 100, I agree with that. It's like, come on, don't get caught up in the feelings.
I mean, because how many more years does he have left on his deal? Just one?
Yes, but that's what I'm saying.
Are they going to franchise him and then try to trade him after the year?
It's not about getting value for him. The value you get for him is an insurance policy for Carson Wentz, who just had a catastrophic injury to his leg.
He had an ACL. That's not catastrophic.
Oh, he played 4 downs on the ACL and completed passes in a way that I can't remember another quarterback.
I mean, was his leg about to be amputated? Like, was it?
Catastrophic.
I mean, did he tear every single thing? ACL, PCL, MCL.
If an injury ends your season halfway through the season, that's a catastrophic.
All right, not to me.
Okay.
Not to me.
Right. But to humans.
But okay.
Most humans. Not
today. Not in today's society. ACL is not catastrophic. But
he wasn't available. They won the Super Bowl because of this guy. If he's not available again, they're in position to win another Super Bowl.
Stephen A., what do you think they should do?
D'Angelo's so kind. I appreciate you agreeing with me. I'm going to be more direct with Max. I think your thoughts about Nick Foles is utterly ridiculous. Of course you trade him. You trade him quick. Maybe not quick, fast, and in a hurry, but you damn sure trade him before the season begins. And let me explain to you why. Max Kellerman, talk about somebody. This is the same dude that accuses people being caught up in the sauce. Oh, you know what I'm saying? This is, prisoners of the moment, blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? Nick Foles completed 72% of his passes, throwing for nearly 1,000 yards, 6 touchdowns, just 1 interception in the postseason. I mean, like, my Lord, stop the presses. Now, don't get me wrong. I do understand where the Eagles' position is. If we got a first and a fourth for Sam Bradford, why the hell can't we get more for Nick Foles? I understand that, but you talk about keeping him. If you're keeping him, as far as I'm concerned, you're minimizing his value, not elevating it, because if Carson Wentz is on your squad, you don't need him. And by the time you don't need him, you'll be in a position down the line, as any agent would tell you, to actually ask for less, because the opportunity that was available to you where you could have maximized his worth and his marketability, you passed on it. This is a dude, in the 3 games that he started for the Philadelphia Eagles, once Carson Wentz went down, completed 56.4% of his passes. When he a couple of years in St. Louis, don't get me started with the job that he did, even though that's Jeff Fisher. I understand he could contaminate anything. He could make Tom Brady look average. Jeff Fisher, that black cat running around anything he touches in the sport of football. We understand that. But the point is, Nick Foles, 1 great year in Philadelphia, 27 touchdowns, 2 interceptions under Chip Kelly. Great playoffs this year. By and large, throughout the rest of his career, if you talk to NFL players, which I do, they say he's relatively average. So when I look at it from that, they say he can make the throws. He's tall. He can see over the line of scrimmage, but he's not mobile. Even though he's got a good arm, sometimes he's accurate, sometimes he's not. I'm like, excuse me, we trying to treat this dude like he's the second coming of Drew Brees?
Wait, you guys are misunderstanding the problem here. Okay. I agree with both of you. If your point is his value will never be higher,
I'm saying,
of course his value is never going to be higher. Okay. His value is way higher now than it will ever be again. The point is not that. The point is not to cash him out at max value. I'm saying even if eventually you cash him out as nothing, if you have an incredibly valuable, if you had the Mona Lisa in your possession and the insurance premiums were $10 million a year. You still pay the premium. You may just lose the money. Nothing's going to happen, right? But if something does, you are compensated. You're covered. The point here is that the Eagles are not just a lucky team. They're a truly, fundamentally, to the core, excellent team. But they're well coached. They got a defense. They have
Stop right there. Stop right there.
Jimmy G.
Stop right there.
Yep.
What did you just say?
They have a defense.
No. Before that,
they're well coached.
Right. So let me get this straight. Doug Peterson coached his tail off.
Yep.
We all concede that. Well, what happened to Nick Foles when he didn't have that coach?
Well, he does not have that coach yet, Jeff Fisher. He did well with Chip Kelly.
All I'm trying to say, well, 1 year he did.
2017, he's two interceptions.
I'm sorry, didn't that go into the 1 year?
He only had 2 years not with Jeff Fisher. He had 2 years not with Jeff Fisher.
Excuse me.
27-2, and then won a Super Bowl.
Max Kellerman.
Those are his only 2 years without Jeff Fisher.
I'm right here, Max. I'm looking at his numbers. All I'm trying to say to you is that Nick Foles, by and large, has been an average to a slightly above average quarterback. Pump the brakes on it. Stop talking about him like he's Tom Brady.
Super Bowl MVP.
If you're a team that needs a quarterback, we got Cousins, Foles, Bridgewater, Bradford, Keenum available. Which guy would you want?
I'm looking at value. And I'm looking at my team. So depending on what team I am, I'm going to assess my roster and see how much I can really spend on this quarterback and still get better around
but
the rest of the team.
no one jumps out
But
at you.
if money didn't matter at all, and I just said to pick one,
looking at skills,
I'm going to probably pick Kirk Cousins.
Over Foles, over Keenum.
Absolutely.
I can live with
over
that.
Teddy Bridgewater.
I can live with that. I can live with that.
Yeah.
I'd probably
I mean, I'd be a no-brainer. It'll be a no-brainer not to take, if money's not an object, and you're just telling me pick the best one.
You would know.
Absolutely.
Even though
but for $30 million, I'm not taking Kirk Cousins.
Even though,
because I can't get the rest of my team better.
Hold it. Even though some would argue that he's done what he's done because he targets getting numbers. Kirk Cousins, 69%, 67%, 64% completion. The bottom line is we can't ignore that. We got to give credit where credit is due. Although I've had players inside that locker room tell me I don't want to take chances.
Nah, he don't take a lot of chances.
You know what bothers me about this?
But before he got a chance to actually play, and when he played a little bit, his knock was what? He turned the ball over too much.
That's true.
He threw too many interceptions.
Right.
That's true.
Can't win for losing.
I can't win.
Here's my only question about
That's fair.
Here's my only question about Case Keenum.
And some of it is too, real quick, Max, is since he's taken over, it's been a job audition. He hasn't had the opportunity to have a 5
I don't want to hear that, D'Angelo.
I'm just saying. As a player, that's what you think about.
Hold on, Max. No, D'Angelo.
As a player, that's what you think about.
I don't want to hear that from
that's what you think about.
Wait a minute. Not when you sign up for $24 million.
He doesn't want to make a mistake, but nobody wants to make a mistake because he feels like.
Excuse me, I comprehend what the man is saying.
I'm decreasing my value, so I'm not going to take that chance.
May I respond?
I want to see him playing with the max contract to where.
Hold on.
He can let it fly.
He might let it fly.
My man, let me get at you with what you're saying. I don't want to hear that. This man signs a franchise tag for $23 million 1 year, $24 million the next year. He had $49.5 million in guaranteed.
Year to year, he's still auditioning.
But we're saying he didn't take chances, yet he did finish both of those seasons with really, really good numbers.
Okay, but what I'm saying is you brought up the point that, you looking behind you.
I'm just saying he's not taking those chances downfield.
Yeah, in other words, you want Stephen A. Smith on TV talking about how you have a 69% completion rate and all that stuff, so you get paid. That's what the year-to-year contract does. I think is the point.
Alex Smith
real quick, I want to get in on this real quick.
Yeah.
Case Keenum, everyone just kind of tosses him aside. He and Kirk Cousins played in the same league last year, in the same conference. Case Keenum was an MVP candidate. Kirk Cousins wasn't. Why is Kirk Cousins better than Case Keenum?
I haven't been around Case Keenum as far as preparation, so I don't know what he brings to the table. But I have kind of seen both of them play. I played against Case Keenum this past season, and he had a lot of great weapons around him, so he wasn't asked to do a whole lot. They simplified the offense. He came out the pocket, ran some boots, a lot of crosses, checkdowns. It wasn't a lot of just.
You don't think this is good?
I just think Kurt has a bigger upside.
All right, fair enough. We're out of time on that. Great insight by you.
But it is close.
Thank you so much.
It is close.
D'Angelo, you come back a little later. Remember on the street. Good stuff.
Good job.
Thank you.
Good
Much
job.
more on First Take today. Larry Nance has a career night, and LeBron torches the Pistons. But